Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday evening. And anybody that's having bad weather, that you made it home safely wherever you're going to. My name is Danny Power Yeager, and tonight's topic is never ever giving up on yourself. And I'm sure a lot of us in our lives have felt like we were nothing, felt like giving up on ourselves, felt like we had nobody in our lives, nobody to talk to, nobody having that emptiness feeling inside ourselves that there's nobody to turn to. And I know for myself, and I'm sure a lot of other people would probably agree that in some time in our life, maybe even today, people have doubted you and put you down and never put their trust in you or any hope or any faith in you. And it's really not a good feeling or a good way to be talking to somebody or making them feel that way. You know, I've been told plenty of times I would amount to nothing. I wouldn't be anything. You know, and you got to have that positive attitude inside you. You can't let the negative get to you. Um, Hello, Tracy. Hello, Danielle. Hello, Judith. So yeah. So like I said, my topic is, and everybody that's tuning in, please just tell me where you're from. It's always nice to know, and everybody that is tuning in or does watch this, I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And hopefully, whatever I have to say can maybe help somebody out today, tonight, wherever you're at, and maybe in the future. And I've learned a lot of my stuff that I speak about is my life experiences and what I've learned from other people in their lives, what I was taught. And as I was saying, when you get to that feeling of emptiness and like powerless, and you just want to give up on everything. You just want to let everything go. You're just tired of everything. Some people are tired of living. That's not good. One way that you want to do what you want to be is think to yourself, I'm better than this. I am somebody, and I know I have talent. No matter what it is, we all have talent. No matter whatever it is that we do, we could be a great singer. We could be a great, you know, uh, businessman, a great personality. Whatever it is that we do, we have a talent. Um, and I love doing what I do. I do it on my spare time. I do a lot of motivational speaking in schools and in prisons. And if I could just help one person out, then I'm happy. I'm not on here to try to impress anybody. I'm just here to speak whatever comes out of my mouth and maybe can get through to somebody and help them. Because a lot of people out there nowadays, they don't care about you. They really don't. And that's really awful feeling. And it's if you have really good, great friends, that's keep them close to your heart. And like I said, I always felt when I was younger, being told, like I said, amount to nothing. I was worthless. And I just felt like giving up. I felt like giving up on myself, just throwing in the towel, just forget everything. And that was a very lonely time for me. And I'm sure a lot of people, like I said, have gone through it or going through it right now at this moment. And one thing you have to do, you have to believe in yourself, number one. No matter what anybody thinks or says about you, their words mean nothing to you in the end. What it comes down to is what you believe in yourself and in your heart and what you have to offer to other people in a positive way, not in a negative way. You don't want people that are around you that are negative because all they're going to do is drag you down and make you be miserable. And because that's what they want you to be is miserable. They want you to fail. They want you to give up. They want you to give up on yourselves because a lot of those people that are like that, they gave up on themselves. And so what do they do in turn? They put it onto to somebody else and make them think the same way. Now that's not the way to be at all, at all. No, no. No matter what you do in your life, no matter what job you work, no matter what dreams you have, don't ever give up, ever. Because believe me, in time, not in our time, when we want things in our time, they don't happen. They happen in time. That's why we have a life called time that we live in. All we have is time, and what we do with that time is up to ourselves. You know, and you know whether it be like if you're fighting a good fight, whether not talking about fighting, I'm talking about fighting in life, just in life itself is a fight, you know. And once you start doubting yourself and letting other people get into your head and making you think that you know what you're nothing, you're gonna be nothing, you know, those people are bad news. They're negative. They probably never had no positive people in their lives to begin with, and that's even sadder. You want to have people around you that believe in you and have faith in you and know, hey, you know what? This guy's never going to give up, or this girl's never going to give up. I believe in her. I believe in him. No matter what it is that you're doing, you know, you know, there's a lot of negativity out in this world that we live in. This bad, evil world that we're in. It's tough, you know. You know, when we're younger, it's a lot easier. Growing up, we really didn't have to worry about much. But as we get older and become adults and become parents and become a husband or a wife, you know, you got to always, never give up. And you always got to believe in yourself. You know, the moment that you give up on one thing, what's next for you? What, nothing? You're going to be down on yourself. You're going to be thinking negative. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be lonely. That's the worst place to be, is lonely. When you feel like that, you need to reach out to somebody. It could be a stranger. It doesn't matter. There's always an ear out there that will listen to you. And believe me, there's people out there that do care about us when we don't even know it, when we least expect it. Thank you, Sandra. And, you know, if I can inspire somebody with any of my posts that I put up, I appreciate that. You know, I'm not a person that's on Facebook to see how many likes I can get or any of that. Everything that I put on Facebook, I make up. And, you know, and if it helps somebody, then fine. That's great. And really, that actually makes me feel good as a person. I'm doing something right. But, you know, I've given up so many times in my life in the past. And, you know, the only outcome was all negative. You know, I never accomplished a lot of things that I always wanted to dream of being as a little kid. But that, you know, I changed my ways about thinking about, you know, being positive and being, hey, not negative. You know, because in order for you to succeed and never give up in your life, you have to have a positive attitude, and you have to be a positivity to the people around you. Because if you're a negative person around people that are around you, they're going to see that right instantly in that moment. You know, and in life, you know, whether you're doing sports or when you're growing up, you know, people are telling you, you know, you're a terrible basketball player, you're a terrible wrestler, you're a terrible fighter. You know what? You're terrible this, you're terrible that. Well, you know what? That person that's saying that to you, you know what? Let them stand in your shoes for the moment. And you know what? And see what they can do with themselves. Just trying to attempt something in your life. Whether it be anything, like I was saying, wrestling, basketball growing up, football. You know what? You've got to believe in yourself. Because for everyone that says no, there's always somebody that's going to say yes, to no matter what it is. Whether it's a business deal, whether it's a job you're trying to get. You know, there's always going to be somebody going to say no to you. But don't take that personally. You got to never give up, and you got to believe in yourself and have faith in yourself and know, hey, I can do this, period. Nobody's opinions out there matter at all, unless they're positive and they're going to try to help you. That's the people that you need around you, period. You know, you want to accelerate in what you do, accelerate in what you do in your life, and be a positivity to other people, be an influence to other people. You know, there was a time in my life when I didn't want to be bothered with anybody in my life, and I could care less about anybody else. And I was so negative and so down and out. You know, and a lot of that was giving up. I was giving up on myself because I was believing in what people were saying to me. You know, and I was outweighing the people that were saying, hey, you could do something with yourself. And the same goes for you. You're going to have people that say that to you, that, hey, you're nothing. Whatever your thought is of whatever you're thinking of, you're out of your mind. It's not going to work. Trust me. You don't listen to those people. You know, because once you listen to them, you're going to start thinking that in your head. Hey, you know what? That person's right. No, they're wrong. They're definitely wrong. Hello, Diana. Hi, Carmine, my brother. Long time. And, you know, You never know what the day brings in our lives. You never know what could happen in our lives. Like, in a split of a second, things can change drastically, you know, for us in a good way or in a bad way. Because we don't know what the day may bring. We may think we're in control of our lives, but we're not. We're not. We're not in control of our lives. And part of that is when you give up on yourself or give up on a dream or give up on somebody else, you know, you don't want to be like that. You want to be a great inspiration to that person, no matter what it may be, no matter where you're at in your life right now. You got to look for the future. Stay in the present and look into the future, and stop staying in the past, because the past is gone. So whatever you failed at in your past is over and done with. So get that out of your head. Number one, you want to have a clear mind, and you want to start thinking positive. What can I do with myself? How can I better myself to be a better person? To do a better person, be a better friend, a better soulmate to your wife, to your husband. What's up, Rick? How you doing, brother? Hello, Robert. And again, anybody that's tuning in, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I don't know how many people are tuning in, where you're from. Like I said, you could always mention where you're from. It's always nice to know. I'm from New Jersey, and so yeah, to get somewhere in your life, you got to have that attitude inside yourself that I'm not giving up on myself. No matter what anybody says, because in the end, when at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. You only have yourself, and that's it. And whatever goes through your head, mind can play a lot of games on you, big time. And the mind is the most powerful thing in our body. So don't let the mind games get to you. Don't let these characters out there get to you. You got these cliques out there. They think they're better than you because they have this, they have that. They don't have anything. Trust me. A lot of those people have a lot of problems. Of course, they won't mention it to anybody out in public, but it's all hidden behind the closet. You as an individual, I don't even know who's watching. And whoever is watching, even if I don't know you, believe me, I will never give up on you. You can always reach out to me. I don't have all the answers, believe me. I learn every day. We all make mistakes. We all make errors. But like I said, you have to have that positivity, that never give up attitude. You want to be strong, because when you're weak, believe me, a lot of people want to kick you around like a piece of dirt. But when you're doing great, everybody's right up your tush, trust me. And that's not the way life should be. When you're giving up on yourself, or somebody else is giving up on themselves around you, you want to lift them up. You want to be their inspiration. You want to say, listen, hey, doesn't matter what you're going through. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. You got to put yourself number one. Yourself is number one, period. Thanks, Rose. Hey, Robert from Manhattan. Hey, Jim. How you doing, Jim Salmon, brother? North Carolina, yes. My future home. And, yeah, so, and like you say, if you can be an influence to others and, help them, believe in themselves, number one, you got to believe in yourself. In order to achieve something, no matter the simplest thing in life, it could be anything, you have to believe in yourself. You can't believe in anybody else's opinion if it's negative, definitely negative. And they're going to try to put you down and say, no, you're just wasting your time. No, you know what? Those people, they're just wasting their breath talking to you. In my eyes, I do not listen to people like that. I used to listen to people like that because I thought, hey, well, they can have all the answers for my problems or my decisions that I'm making in my life. You know what? So if they're going to think bad of me, then hey, I might as well just give up. What's up, Danny Thompson, brother? Yep. And like every day is a battle in this world. And you have to wake up every day and be thankful that you woke up and have that attitude of never giving up, no matter what it is throughout the day that you're doing or what you have planned. You do the best that you can do. And you will go places. But the minute that you stumble backwards and believe somebody's opinion about you or comment about you or what they think about you means nothing. But if you let that get to you, believe me, you're going to go lower than you already were from the get-go. So you always want to start up here and keep going and going and going and going, because the sky's the limit in this life. And you don't need to have money to be a success. You know, you can be a success as a person, as a human being, and how you treat people, and the way you make people feel, because the tongue is the most worst thing that could ever be on a human being. It comes out bad things, and it comes out good things too. But when people use it in a bad way to others and making them feel like they're worthless, you know, and just trying to step on your plan or your idea or your goal that you have with yourself that you want to do, and you don't want to give up on that. You know, there's goals and dreams that I'm still chasing to this day that I've never given up on. You know, a lot of things that I've dreamt of as a little kid, I've accomplished. You know, and I used to be way up here, so to speak, and then I ended up down here. Now, one time, at one big moment in my life, I wanted to give up when I lost all my toes. I didn't think anybody would want anything to do with me. What a way to think that is. What a terrible way that is to think. How terrible that is. Because somebody has lost a limb, or they're disabled, and then you're going to put that person down and make them feel bad, you know, and then you get people laughing at people, mocking people. Well, you know what? Trust me. If you're having those thoughts about people, then you know what? You need to check yourself and look at yourself. Thanks, Jim. Have a great night, brother. Talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in. You know, you have to have that mentality, the never give up mentality, you know, and it all starts with you, not with anybody else. Because if you believe in yourself, believe me, you can do anything that comes to your mind, and you put your mind to it. Believe me, believe and achieve, and you will do. And you have to have that never give up attitude. A lot of us had that attitude, like, I'm just giving up. I'm tired of this. I just can't take it anymore. What else is going to happen to me? What else can go wrong for me? Everybody's thinking negative. Instead of a lot of us do is, instead of thinking positive before anything even happens, we always think the negative. We always think the worst before it even happens. Never give up. That's right, Diana. Exactly, Rick. We have that. We're human. We're human beings. But the thing that comes to our minds, for most people, is the negative thought of, all right, now just forget it. This is going to happen. Just something terrible is going to happen. No, start thinking positive first before you start thinking negative, no matter what it may be that's going on in your life or that's gone in your life. Remember, what's gone in your life, like I said before, is the past. And like, you got to face your fears. You got to face your fears. I don't care who you are. Every one of us has a fear. It could be anything. It could be the most foolish thing to somebody else, but to you, it could be a big thing. But you have to overcome that. You have to think positive. You know, deal away with the negative. So when you think positive and you have that never give up mentality, like, nobody's stopping me. Nobody's going to tell me that I can't do this and I can't do that. I'm tired of people telling me that I could never do this, that I could never achieve this. Because you know what? Those people, you know, they need, like I said, they need to take a look at themselves. Where are they at in their life? Who are they to put judgment on you? I only have one judge. And believe me, he's not in this world. And so you have to go in full throttle, no matter what it is that you're doing, whether it's your job. If you don't like your job and you just want to give up, you know what? Find another job, because there's a better job out there for you. There's better people for you out there too, trust me. And you want to surround yourself with great people. Thanks, Liley. You want to surround yourself with great people that believe in you, that you know, that can say, you know what, you can do this. You can do this. Now, this topic is not about me. It's about everybody in this world. Anybody that's listening, or anybody that may tune in later on. You know, you have to think about you. Because, like I said, when you're by yourself, who else is there going to be talking to you? Nobody but yourself, your mind. You have to wake up every day with a smile on your face and thank God that you're alive to live another day. And you know what? Another chance to never give up at what your dream is, or what your goal is, or whatever you have your mind set on doing. Don't ever give up. Do not ever give up. Most people give up because they're influenced by negative people around them. You know, of course we're going to fail. We're going to fall short of things in our lives that we've tried to do. But that doesn't mean that's the end. You know what? That just means the new beginning of something else. You know, there's always something bigger and better out there for us. It's up to you as a person whether you believe it and have, you know. Hey, what I do the last time I gave up on what I wanted to do. You know what? I got set back. No, you keep on driving, you keep pushing forward, and you keep believing in yourself. And once you start doing that, things will change in your life. And people are going to notice around you, the persons that, especially the people that doubted you and then gave up on you, and you didn't give up on yourself. You know what? They're going to sit back and look at you and say, you know what? That lady, that gentleman, you know what? They really did do what they said they were going to do. They achieved. They didn't give up, no matter what anybody said to them. Yep. Negative is all evilness. It's all evilness. And believe me, a lot of people want you to be negative. They want you to be down. They love when you're down. Because you know what? It's more room for them to gossip about you. You know what? And people that are like that, they should be ashamed of themselves. You know, instead of making fun of somebody, you should be lifting them up. You should be helping them out, no matter what. I don't care if you're homeless. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I don't care if you're living regular life. We're all human beings. And we all have feelings. And once you stomp on somebody's feelings, you hurt them. You may not realize it. And they might not show it at that moment. But you know what? Deep down inside, they're hurting. Because of what you said to them or what you thought about them. You just got to turn the page to the next chapter in your life. You know, there's things and dreams and goals that I still want to do in my life. You know, and there's things that I've accomplished where people gave up on me. You know, hey, what's up, Dave? How you doing, my brother? Yes, you definitely kick them down, Sandra. That's for sure. And you pay no mind to them. And if anybody that's going through this in their life right now, no matter if you're like I said, if you don't like your job, if you don't like the people that you're hanging around with, if you don't like your marriage, you don't like your relationship, you know what? You don't give up on yourself. Just because if that's a situation that you're in and it's due for failure, all right, that's called life. Not everything works out the way that we want it to be. But if you have that positive attitude and that never give up attitude, you're never going to lose. You're never going to lose. When you're going to lose is when you're thinking bad. When you're having that thought in the back of your head saying, man, I'm a failure. Man, I'm a loser. You know what? I can't stand that word loser. None of us are losers. All right? There's people that struggle out there every day with addiction. They struggle in their lives daily just to make it, to try to make that buck, just to live and to survive in this world. They're not bad people. They're not bad people at all. You know, the most smartest people in this world are the people that have addictions. And that's the truth. So if somebody's struggling with an addiction, you don't put them down. You give them that fire underneath their butt that they need and say, you know what? Don't you ever give up on yourself. You know, because things are going to change for you. And if you do the right thing for yourself, believe me, things will change. But if you stay dead right in that moment, like you're in quicksand, you're sinking. You're just going to keep on sinking and sinking. Until you get that mentality of, I'm never giving up. Now, the day that I started changing my life about being negative and started thinking about myself, saying, I'm never giving up, I got that tattooed on me. I have it tattooed on my rib cages. Because you know what? It's a reminder to myself when I get that thought in my head that, hey, you know what, Danny? You failed. No, I didn't fail. Because there's something else out there better for us, better for myself, and better for everybody in this world. You just have to be encouraged by the right people, people that are believers in you, and you instill that in that, and then to those people too that are down. Because you know what? They need that. A lot of people think they have nobody. They thinking that they live in this world that they don't have nobody that cares about them. Believe me, there is one person in this world that cares about you. I don't care where you're from. There's always one person. You might not know it, but there's somebody out there praying for you and who's never given up on you. And that's where you need to be. You have to be positive, and you have to have that never give up attitude no matter what it is, what you're doing in your life. We all start from somewheres. We start from scratch no matter what it is. Because when we came in this world, we didn't have anything, right? A lot of the things that we do gain in this world is by never giving up on our goals and our dreams. And then, like I said, whatever job you're doing, whatever it is that you like to do, if you like to help people, if you like to, be a good advice to people and be of service to others, that's a great thing to do. That's a great thing to do. Hi, Dawn. How you doing? How you doing, Matt, my brother? And probably most of these people that are like that want to drag you down and want you to give up, are people that are in that position themselves, or have been in that position and never got out of it. Just like life, nothing is permanent. Our life isn't permanent. Your situation that you're in right now is not permanent. But it's up to you to do something with yourself. And you don't ever give up, period. That's the worst thing you could do. And it doesn't matter what anybody thinks or says. It matters what you think and how much you trust in yourself and believe in yourself. Because the minute that you start believing in yourself, you're going to make a difference in yourself and to the people that are around you. It could be a stranger. It doesn't matter. Helping a hand to somebody. Maybe that person gave up on themselves years ago. But maybe if you just say simple hello to them, or say something that will lift them up, they might have a change of attitude for themselves. You know what? And they never have to go back to feeling that way, of feeling down. And they gave up. They lost the fight. They lost a good fight. No. Life itself is a fight itself. And you have to have that mentality that, hey, I'm a winner. Each and every one of us are winners. Anybody that's listening or watching, or that will watch this afterwards, remember, you're a winner. It's how much you believe in yourself. Or if you doubt yourself, then you're going to have them negative thoughts. And you don't want to have them at all. I don't wish that on anybody at all. And for everybody that's listening, I wish you all well. I wish everything that you dream of, or whatever you have in your future endeavors, or whatever at this present moment project you're working on, don't ever give up on it. Whatever your dreams are, if you can achieve as much as you want, as much as you let yourself do it. So, like I say, don't quit. Quitters don't quit. Winners don't quit. When you believe in yourself and others believe in yourself, that's a great feeling. Because you have positivity inside you. You have motivation. You have a drive now. And then you accomplish anything. Even if you're a child. I can't do this. I can't do that. Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want. I can't ride a bike. Yes, you can. I can't tie my shoe. Oh, yes, you can. It may take some time, but you'll learn it. Just like anything else in this world. I can't drive a car. You'll learn. You might not learn how to drive right now, but you will. You might not have that fancy car. So what? Does that make you as a person? No, it doesn't. You don't have that big house like the person that's down the street from you. Who cares? Do you have a big heart? Do you have big dreams? Do you have a big inspiration in other people's lives? You want to motivate people, and you want to give them that attitude. Absolutely 150% don't you ever give up on yourself. And you tell that to others because you see it every day. People fail every day. But the moment that they hear from somebody else from the outside looking in, saying to them, you know what, you can do something better. And don't give up. And in our lives, we're going to come across many people. I've come across many people in my life. There's going to be people coming across my future. I don't even know who they are. Thanks, Don. I appreciate you too, brother. Praying that you're getting better, my brother. Exactly, Diana. If you don't have yourself and if you don't love yourself, you can never love anybody else, period. Same thing as giving up. If you give up, you're not going to have anything. And I'm not talking about materialistic things either. I'm talking about having your pride, having your sense of humor. A lot of people do not have sense of humor at all. I'm the most funniest guys out there. I can laugh about anything. I can make anybody laugh about the most foolish things. Where somebody outside who think that they're better than you are going to say, yeah, that's so dumb. No, it's not dumb at all. You know what? A lot of people are crying inside. They don't show it on the outside, but they're crying on the inside. You want to be smiling. You want to walk around with your head held high and say, you know what? I'm never giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not feeding in anybody's BS. Like I said, you control who you are as a person. You don't let other human beings control you. You have to have that mentality of, hey, I'm going to do this. No matter what it is, I'm doing it. And I don't care anybody that doubted me, that is doubting me. I'm going to make them believers. And believe me, you don't also want to have that mentality that you have to prove it to them. You want to prove it to yourself because you know what? Those people are going to say, you know what? You're going to make those people that are doubters, believers, and the people that gave up, you might give them just a little bit of a boost and say, hey, if that person did it, I can do it too. What makes them any different than me? Nothing. The color of our skin? No. How much money you make? No. How much little money you make? No. What you have? No. What you don't have? No. None of them things matter. Like I said, it starts here, inside your heart and inside your soul. So remember, the next time that you think that you have it so bad and you just want to give up on yourself and just forget everything, I don't know what to do with myself. Take a step back and take a deep look inside yourself. Not what's around you, not about the characters that are around you, the people that want to see you suffer and they don't want to see you achieve anything. You know, the minute that you think that way, good things will come to you and great things you can do for other people in this world. And I have to keep it short tonight because I can go on and on and on. But remember, you have to believe in yourself and you have to never, ever give up. Don't give up on your kids. Don't give up on your spouse unless you're in a dead-end relationship where you know it's going to go nowhere. Right there, that's giving up. If you're in a dead-end relationship, you're just settling. You just gave up. No, there's somebody else out there better for you. May not be today for you, but down the line there will be somebody. And a lot of people that are together, they're supposed to be their best friends. They're the ones that are putting them down and not believing in them, and making them making them feel themselves just like they just want to give up. Instead of like pushing them and say, you know what, I believe in you. You got this. Don't you give up. I have your back. I'm right here for you. You know, that's what you need. And if you don't have that around you, I don't care who you're with or who you're not with or who you associate yourself with. If they're not thinking there to have your back and push you to do good things for yourself, that's not a true friend. It's not a true friend. It's not a loyal friend. And it's definitely not a good person to be with, associated with, or being involved with. Good night, Diana. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Sandra. So, I pray that everybody has a great night. And maybe, hopefully, this little bit of a message that I got out can maybe get through to somebody. One person, hopefully. So if you had a bad attitude and you were thinking down on yourself and you were thinking about giving up before you tuned in tonight, when it's over with, think to yourself, I'm not giving up because I believe in me and I know whatever I put my mind to, I can do. Thanks for tuning in and have a blessed night. Good night.